Warning: the show you are about to hear contains muscular, intelligent, and intelligible sexy men discussing B-movies, and will contain movie spoilers. Only one of the previous statements is actually true. You decide.
So light that fuse and let it burn. There's no escape, there's no return. Exploding heads and synthwave licks. We're deep in cult classic kicks. Low budget dreams that never quit. Every frame a misfit hit. This is the B-Movie Blitzkrieg Podcast. This is Duncan The Baz. The B-Movie Blitzkrieg Podcast.
Welcome, boys and girls, to a very special bonus Halloween episode of the B-Movie Blitzkrieg Podcast. The only show where the pumpkins are plastic, the cults are clueless, and Satan himself probably needs a stunt double. I'm your host, Duncan McLeish, patron saint of those late-night horror marathons, the keeper of cursed VHS tapes, and the only man to ever have been banned from a pumpkin patch for overzealous enthusiasm. Tonight, we are summoning the ghost of Jack-o'-lantern from 1988, a film that asks the eternal Halloween question: what if Grandpa's bedtime stories came with blood sacrifices and a power chord soundtrack? So light your candles, toss your soul in the cauldron, and prepare for a film that proves that sometimes the scariest thing about Halloween isn't the monsters, it's your relatives. Fear not, dear listeners. I am not alone in this ritual of ridiculousness. Emerging from the fog, cloaked in mystery, and smelling faintly of lighter fluid and monster energy, comes a man whose very name sends shivers down the spines of Satan's hooded hordes. That's right, a man that is so metal, his alarm clock plays Highway to Hell at sunrise. His idea of a balanced breakfast is half a candy apple and a warm mug of whiskey. A man who once got into an argument with a jack-o'-lantern and won. Some call him the Pumpkin Prince of Paisley, but that's only because their Scottish geography is shite, and I love alliteration. He is the high priest of heavy metal horror, the Baron of the Blood Moon, the man, the myth, the legend, the Baz.
Frau Alicia's Halloween, mein sexy Liebchen. Your souls ain't the only thing that are going to be getting tossed this October. Guten Nacht.
Dare I even ask for a translation on that?
Apparently it's German for Happy Halloween, mate. The minute it came up, when I saw the second word in German, it's just Halloween, I thought, this has lost its impact now. But as I told you before the recording, my friend, I'm a good bottle of red wine deep already, so I thought, okay,
let's go for it. I mean, I don't know about you, but I feel that my foreign languages get better the more pissed I am.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. As anybody who ever watched any of our previous Halloween movie commentary shitfests will have seen, because by the end of it, I apparently was talking a different language.
We're still looking for a translation of what you were talking about.
Bottoms up, cunt.
Since the bonus episode, we set out a 20 movie season 1 list, and then for some reason I was like that. You know what we should do?
That's the royal we there,
Yeah,
listeners, by the way.
Hi.
That's fucking nothing to do with it.
It's me. I was like, you know what we should do? We should throw a couple of bonuses in there as well, because we're not doing the other show, and people love the wee Halloween episode, and they love the wee Christmas episode. So they're getting a wee bonus Halloween episode, and they're getting a wee bonus Christmas episode. You're welcome.
Yeah.
But the quality might have went out the window because of the nature of this show. So it's allowed me to go a little bit into the treasure trove of movies that I would never have covered on my other show, and hence why we're here with Jack-o'-lantern from 1988. The same year, by the way, same year as and we've discussed this recently on the previous episode that was released, which was on Brain Damage. This is the same year as Brain Damage, the same year as Hellraiser, the same year as Child's Play, and none of those movies can hold a fucking like a satanic ritual close to this movie right here.
Can't hold a black candle close to it, my friend.
I am so very excited to get
You'll
into
notice
this.
I'm also on the coffee to try and sober up, folks, before I fucking fall asleep halfway through this.
Yeah, he's for some reason balancing out the red wine with the coffee, which I think makes you Italian. I'm just going to put that out there. I think that's what they do as well. So
It makes me incontinent, so it makes me in the bowel region. You know what I mean?
on that shitty update, we're going to take a very short break, ladies and gents. When we come back, Baz is going to be breaking down the plot synopsis for this here their movie. He's going to be doing it well lubricated, and we're going to find out what it sounds like right after this. And welcome back to a segment that I've called the Pumpkin Patch Massacre. This is a plot synopsis of the movie Hack-O-Lantern, as told from the only man that can give us a plot synopsis. Baz, what the hell happens in Hack-O-Lantern?
So much of no great consequence, to be honest. A demonic pumpkin farmer who is also the head of his local satanic cult handpicks the eldest of his 3 grandkids to become his successor. He then kills the kid's father, who tries to confront him about it. As the boy grows, he goes off the rails, to say the least, but also ages horribly. His sister grows up to be super randy, and his young brother grows up to become a cop, who's also mildly randy. The mother, she's lost the plot entirely after the husband died, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's basically just trying to protect her family from the evil influence of her own father, kind of thing. All the action seems to centre around the town Halloween dance, which happens to coincide with Tommy's coming of age.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm assuming it was like his 43rd birthday or something. It has a tied-in satanic ceremony. Shenanigans ensue, Duncan. Satanic shenanigans ensue until Tommy has a Darth Vader-esque change of heart when his demonic grandpa tries to get him to kill his randy sister. The Maw then disguises herself as a satanic priest and battles the grandfather as Vader battled Palpatine on the second Death Star. And then, in an ironic tweet, the grandpa places his satanic mark upon the young cop Roger, who takes his mantle of cult leader in a shock ending, Duncan. A shock ending. And that's the plot. Spoilers and all.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair to say that even with spoilers on this one, hearing is believing on this one. Do you think with that ending, someone was really like, we got a sequel in the bag? Coming
Maybe
back
the
again.
sequel of this.
No, I feel like that ending is someone going,
Oh, leans into that.
yeah, it's that kind of way where it's a horror movie in the 80s, and I kind of feel like most horror movies in the 80s have an ending where the directors like that in the screening for the film execs like turning around to them going, that
you never know.
Anyone see Hack-O-Lantern 2? Can anyone see? No one want to see. Where you going, guys? Where you going?
I hadn't really thought that. I had just thought of it as that kind of way they always have to have a twist ending, regardless of whether it works or not. But I suppose the beauty of a twist ending is it always does leave you open, I suppose, for the...
It does, and to the best of my knowledge, there was no sequel, which means that this will be a one and done for us on this show. We'll not be revisiting the rich tapestry of filmic storytelling that is Hack-O-Lantern. I'll tell you what it does do, though, because it's a one and done for us. It does open the floor for us to talk about some of the top 5 rad, sad, bad, and let's be honest, there may be a mad or two in here. And to do that, we have to jump in. Well, there almost certainly will be, Duncan. Yes. According to my list, there may be many. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be filling you in on the deets, and we're going to be doing it right after this. And welcome back, ladies and gents, to a segment I've called Tricks, Treats, and Trash Fires. This is the top 5 moments, the red, the sad, and the bad of Hack O Rantern. I'm going to kick us off here with the bad. Now, this is possibly arguable, but I'm going to land on it as bad. So, is the heavy metal music interlude, which is a full-on metal, let's be honest, kind of fever dream that happens purely to extend the length of this movie. That is like its sole purpose is
It's
add
not the
length to this
only
movie.
feature in this film that is there purely to extend the thing,
Yeah.
but it's the first.
Yeah. And it's blatant because you're like, this feels out of place. It feels odd that we have this, and it's still going, and it's still going, and we're not calling cut. No, we're just doing the whole right. That's
Yeah.
a way
That's
to
a
pad
good-
out
it's a
your
good 3
movie.
minutes long or something.
Oh, it's a music video. Like, it's music video length. It's the entire song. Like, I don't understand why it's here.
Following on in a very similar vibe, there's a whole impromptu stand-up routine
Mm-hmm.
done outside the dance at one point. Like this guy, like, what about these guys? You know what I mean? And it's just like, what? And at first you're like that, oh, you know, the guy I think he falls or something when he comes out. Like, who put that there?
Yeah.
And he makes a joke. You're like, oh, very good, mate. And then he says he throws away a wee one-liner and I'm all right, awkward guy at the dance type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he's doing a
Type
small
5.
set here.
Yeah, he's doing a type
small
5
stand-up
buzz.
set, and it's fucking terrible, absolutely terrible. Topped only by the fully nude stripper at the dance. So there's like a town Halloween dance.
Yes.
Everybody's there, men, women. Don't think there's any kids, thankfully. And this chick just comes along and takes everything off. Now, I am not complaining. I am not.
Kind of sounds like your Baz.
You know what I mean? But look, weird choice for the dance. Do you know? If me and Colette were at a Halloween dance,
Yeah.
and some bird stripped right down to her bush,
Yes.
my wife would be having words with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, where are we? And
Yeah.
why are we here?
Well, who invited you here?
You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's your fucking sister, Colette. So, you know, you have a word with her. None of my sister-in-laws would do such a thing. I've got a couple of rads if you want.
Hit me with them, Daddy-o.
The fact that the demonic grandfather appears to be played by an aged version of Gary Newman, electropop pioneer.
Well, I love Gary Newman, so you've already made me happy. But like, he is the MVP of this movie, like by a country. He understands the mission, like camp, over the top, ridiculous. You're an old man, you believe in heavy metal and Satan, and he literally shows up with ticking all those boxes and more.
It has to be pointed out, he doesn't look like Gary Newman looked like in 1986. Or whenever
Absolutely not.
He
More
looks
now.
like Gary Newman now.
Yeah, more now, for sure.
So we can only assume that's some form of time travel. And also, speaking of demonic grandpa, the way he manages to throw the horns, even when holding a chalice of blood, is metal as fuck.
I've got written as one of my rads, Grandpa's satanic showmanship. Just across the board is just fucking great.
I'm going to give you a couple of sads.
Oh, give me the sads.
The first one is the clearly early 40s Tommy still living in his childhood bedroom. Now, later on in the film, there's a little bit of maths can be applied because we find out that his dad died when 13 years previous to the main part of the film. Right?
Yep.
Now, estimating that young Tommy was, say, 12 at the start of the movie when he's a child, that would make him 25 at this point, and there ain't no way that Cro-Magnon looking motherfucker is anything less than like 42. Right? So that's sad that he's still living.
Satan
at home.
will age you, Baz. Satan
You know
will
what I mean?
age you.
He really did. He really
And
did.
also, like you were saying that I had a bass player in my metal band who was in his 40s when I was in my very early 30s, and I'm fairly sure. Well, one, I know for a fact he looked older than what he was, but two, I also think he lived in his mum's basement, surrounded by. I'm just gonna say, like sometimes art imitates life, so it's like needless shots fired, isn't it? It's needless shots fired.
Only thing sadder, possibly, than middle-aged Tommy still living in his mum's bedroom is his sister, Randy Vera.
Yeah.
After she finds out that her boyfriend is dead and buried in a shallow grave, she still manages to summon the courage to go to the holiday dance.
I mean,
what a cow!
Once a year, Baz. You miss it. You miss like FOMO strikes hard. You miss that. You're missing basically all the gossip for the next year in the tin.
That's
So
it. You're just out the loop, man. So she just knuckled down. I mean, at least she hadn't shagged her brother on top of it like her pal did. That was another weird bit. One that has to be mentioned is the creepy incest vibes between the demon grandpa and the mum. And in the particular scene that, if you've seen this film, you all know what I'm goddamn talking about.
or the full flashback, yeah.
Yeah. And there ain't no way. Because it's a full flashback, right? But it's still played by the old lady that plays the mum.
Yeah.
And there ain't no way that pert young titty belongs to that old lady. I'm just saying. When that cuts down there, that's a body double. I would bet my mortgage on it, my friends. That's at least 8 inches too high to be her tits. Right. So that's one that outraged me. And then the last thing I have is the name of this film.
Yes.
Now, I had never heard of this film, right, before you mentioned it as a possibility for this. And the name, you said Hack-O-Lantern, it sounded to me like one of these 80s slasher films that takes like one single premise, creates a serial killer around that, and then
100% should be that movie. You're right.
Yeah. So it's going to be like Pumpkinhead or something like that, right? And it's absolutely not. There is next to no lanterns in this film, and there is zero hacking. Do you know what I mean? It's not even a slasher film.
No,
it's
100%
a Satanic kind of horror movie, for want of a better term. So yeah, and I'm aware that a lot of these films in the 80s, the name had really nothing to do with it.
Well, we've done one already with Chopping Mall, and I think that was your exact word on Chopping Mall was like nothing about that title has anything to do with robot lasers. Coming from I get the feeling here as well. I think someone had a really cool idea for a name and they just shoved it on at the end.
Yeah, has anybody got a script that's vaguely related to Halloween and anybody we can call it Hack-O-Lantern? Which isn't even a fucking good name. Oh,
it's a terrible name. It's a terrible name. Right, ladies and gents, we're going to move on and see if we can raise our spirits and the spirits of the dead as we try and cover some of Baz's raising spirits. And not for everyone. He's going to raise the dead tomorrow when he tries to get up without a hangover. We're going to jump into our next segment, which is the top 5 lines of this movie. We're going to be doing it right after this. And welcome back, ladies and gents, to a segment I've called the top 5 lines to summon Beelzebub. There's a few absolute stinkers in this movie. I am going to say that my favorite thing, and it is a common line in this movie, but it is in which the enthusiasm behind it is that of someone shouting Merry Christmas, is the way that everyone in this movie who is of the Satan persuasion goes, Hail Satan! And they're all very happy. Hail Satan, and a Hail Satan to you as well. Happy Hail Satan, and a happy Hail Satan to you. It is handled in such a way where the acts that are going around are rather despicable, but the way they say it is so jolly.
Yeah. On a very similar note, my favourite one, and it's due to the mispronunciation of a particular word, is you have intruded on the ceremony of blood.
Blood.
What the F, man.
Yeah, Grandpa can get a bit intense, like a line like this: "The blood of the innocent shall open the gates," and you're like, "What? Oh, right, Grandpa? Like, it's supposed to be a
Talking of
bedtime
Grandpa,
story."
Ordinarily, I'd say screw her brains out, but I don't think the little witch has got any. Okay, she's right fucking there.
She's sitting right
Do you know what I mean?
beside you. Come on, let's keep it under our voice here. What about evil runs in the family? We are family. I got all my demons with me.
But I like the taste of blood. Grandpa says it's good for me. Like, there's a red flag. You know what I mean?
Right, you're not going to your grandpa's again.
Yes,
Right. We thought the worst that was going to happen is they were going to give you too many sweeties, right?
Yeah.
Too much sugar in your system. Maybe let you stay up past curfew. But no. Blood? We're drawing a line in that.
Blood!
Blood. Halloween is when he comes for me.
That just made me feel like I need a shower, Duncan.
He comes for me.
The last one I have was my favourite, and it comes right at the end, and it's wee Roger the cop, and he's got his brother banking right. He's like, "Tommy, freeze! Don't make me shoot!" Bang! He literally shoots him halfway through the word "shoot."
It's the scene
It's much easier to write that than it is to say it. You hadn't guessed.
It's right there with it's the scene from Nightbreed. It's when David Cronenberg's like that. Yeah, of course I believe you, Boo. And he's like, he's got a gun! Like he jumps, fucking, start fucking shooting, fuck him. Oh, ladies and gents, I can't imagine we're going to have many plot holes, or maybe we will. Let's see if we've managed to pick apart this movie. The way you find out is to join us right after this. And welcome back to a segment that I've called Plot Holes from Hell. This is us looking at some of the plot holes of this movie. I think you've already touched on this. I kind of want to lean back into it. Grandpa looks really old in this movie, like old, like, and looks old all the way through the movie because he's an old man. Yet kids have only supposed to have aged, as you said, a mere 13 years, but kids look old, like really, 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 really old as well. I get the feeling that the casting was not necessarily a big job. Can I ask you a question? What is the actual cult's goal here? In the movie? What's the cult's goal? What's Grandpa's goal here?
See, I thought that's a fair point, actually. I remember thinking that as I was watching it, and I've not actually included it in my notes, because it's something to do with Tommy, apparently.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, he's going to act as a vessel for Satan or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Then he kind of wants him to bang his sister or fucking kill his sister or something like that. And then it appears to be the transferal of the magic Satan dot from one forehead to the other. So why did you need a big ceremony? Because apparently you could, with your dying breath, just slap your other grandson on the face and transfer it to him. So yeah, there's no fucking point. Basically.
This is someone's favourite movie as well, because every movie is someone's favourite movie.
Kind of tying into that, right? So the grandpa is persona non grata round these here parts, right? And yet he's just able to drive right up to the house at the start in a massive truck full of pumpkins, and nobody notices him. And then the grandkids are merrily carving pumpkins, and the mother doesn't think to go, I hope you didn't get those pumpkins from your pumpkin-growing Satanic grandfather.
Who tried to molest me.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
There's a restraining order, which means he can't get anywhere near children after he felt me up that time.
Yeah, he can't get anywhere near these miraculously young-looking tits. So that was a bit of a plot hole. And talking of Demon Grandpa, the bone necklace. Let's talk about that. It starts off, it's a plastic dog toy.
Yep.
Later on, I'll give them chicken bone. Maybe. And yet it turns out it's supposed to be the dead husband's femur or something like that.
He's femur.
You know what I mean?
We've got issues here.
We really do. We really do. But at the start, it's clearly a plastic toy.
Why?
Do you know what I mean? And yet, later on, it's like somebody went to KFC and they're like, oh, just give me that instead. Let's use
You
that
finished
instead
eating
of the plastic. You done with that? Give me your grandpa. Pop that around your neck. But, you know, let's not bother reshooting anything right enough. Let's just keep the plastic in.
Oh, man. It's so bad. It's so bad. We have to score how bad it is. And to do that, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to score it and bring this show in for a close. We're going to do it right after this. And welcome back to a segment that I've called Rated P for Pure Pumpkin Pandemonium. There's a lot of P's in there. And that's why I have a pop guard on my microphone.
Rated PG for pure garbage. Pure gash.
Pure gash, by the way. What did you score this out of 5, Baz?
Because it's a fun time of the year, I'm going to chuck this at 2. Right? It's dumb enough that it's funny.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So now, I've said some of the other movies we've covered that they missed that and they're just really bad.
Mm-hmm.
This is really bad, right? But it's funny. You can laugh at it. It's so dumb at points that you can't help but have a kind of chuckle. I probably wouldn't sit down and watch this every Halloween. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I can see with like-minded people, you might go, oh, stick this on. This will give you a laugh. Here's Hack-O-Lantern. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it gets a 2 for comedy value.
That's literally where I landed in, because I think I had a very similar experience that you did. It was only my second time ever seeing the movie, and I laughed a lot more than I imagined the filmmaker intended me to. So yeah, I'm giving it a 2 out of 5. And with that, we're bringing it in one more time on the B-Movie Blitzkrieg. This has been a bonus episode for you. The next bonus episode is coming at Christmas when we are covering The Ginger Dead Man, which, let's be honest, the bar is low. So that's all I'm saying about that. But you've been checking out this episode where we have reviewed for you Hack-O-Lantern, a movie that delivers on its promise of zero logic, 100% Halloween chaos. It's kind of like The Wicker Man if it was directed by your weird uncle after a Van Halen concert. And now we're going to wrap up this episode and leave you right now. I know what you're thinking. Oh, come on, guys. This has been so much fun, but you don't have that long to wait. This is landed on Halloween, which means our next episode is dropping real soon because it's landed in between episodes. You can thank us later on. As always, a huge thanks. Bigger thanks to the Baz, a man who survived the Satanic shenanigans armed with only a fake amulet. See, I had that written down as well. A 6-pack of pumpkin beer and his unwavering confidence of a man who's definitely tried to grope a person in a robe. Meeting or 2. We'll say no more about the meetings that Baz goes to, but I'm sure he's done a wee bit groping. If you loved this episode, remember to subscribe, rate, and review the B-Movie Blitzkrieg wherever you get your spooky sonic delights. We're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or summoned through a Ouija board carved from VHS plastic. And if you don't like it, just whisper, the Baz will find you, into the nearest mirror 3 times. Oh yeah, he'll get you. The next time on the B-Movie Blitzkrieg, we're trading pentagrams for pedal to the metal mayhem when we return with episode 10, looking at the car from 1977, a killer ride with a V8 engine, a thirst for vengeance, and the road rage of Lucifer himself. That's right, we're doing Satan. 2 episodes in a row. It's the movie where the villain honks before he kills, and the biggest hero in this movie is the fear of parallel parking. So until next time, keep your pumpkins carved, your soul semi-intact, and remember, here at the B-Movie Blitzkrieg Podcast, the bizarre meets the brilliant, one B-movie at a time. Baz, say goodbye to the listeners, please.
Guten Abend, mein sexy Liebchen. See you all at Christmas. Prior to that, there will be a short truce. After that, we'll be right back to the Blitzkrieg.